In April of 2002, I traveled to the Amazon region of Brazil with a man whom I am sure St. Francis of Assisi loves dearly, a secular Franciscan who is making a world of difference in a city a world away from his home in Michigan. His name is Jim Flickinger. He is a lawyer who had a successful practice in Grand Rapids, Michigan, until he decided he was going to do something about the poverty he saw in the Amazon during a trip to Manaus, Brazil in 1995. When it comes to relieving the suffering of the poor, Jim's philosophy is very simple. He says, "I can't do everything, but I will do everything I can." And doing everything he could meant starting a charitable organization called Amazon Relief. Amazon Relief works to break the cycle of poverty that imprisons people in massive slums cluttered with a maze of poorly constructed shacks. In each of these small dwellings, about the size of a two-car garage, 10 to 20 people live in crowded, suffocating conditions. The houses are built on stilts, which elevate them over a pool of percolating waste. The stench of raw human waste from the open sewers is nauseating. All manner of diseases plague the people dwelling in these horrific slums. The mosquitoes transmit malaria and dengue fever. Amazon Relief provides aid to a large leprosarium where scores upon scores of people whose hands, arms, legs, and faces have been eaten away by an unspeakably loathsome disease. Among other services, Amazon Relief provides lepers with specially designed, lightweight carts, which give lepers a degree of mobility. Amazon Relief is providing shelter, food, medicine, and clothing for many of the 45,000 lepers in the Amazon, thereby offering them an alternative to begging on the streets for survival. Amazon Relief operates schools. They create special educational programs for children who come out of the jungle or who live in absolute poverty, and these programs are changing lives. 2 schools funded by Amazon Relief serve over 650 children, teaching them reading, writing, and basic hygiene, as well as feeding them a nutritious meal each day. Amazon Relief also builds chapels, providing the poor with a place to worship, and also gather for adult educational programs, offering important information on health and hygiene. Amazon Relief funds a soup kitchen operated by Franciscan friars. They have hired a trained nutritionist to ensure the poor receive a healthy meal. Many people take food home for elderly family members who cannot get to the soup kitchen. The impressive thing about Amazon Relief is that not one penny donated to them is spent on administrative costs. Just about everything I have said about all the work Amazon Relief does, working with lepers, operating schools, building chapels, funding soup kitchens, can be found in one of Jim's brochures. Compassion makes no distinction between friends and enemies, neighbors and outsiders, compatriots and foreigners. Compassion is the gate to human community. Compassion is not sympathy. Compassion is mercy. It is a commitment to take responsibility for the suffering of others. To be without compassion is to fail to know the self. When we recognize and accept our own frailties, we have no trouble dealing tenderly with the needs and lapses of others. Compassion is the sacrament of concern. To the person who is compassionate, tragedy is not a news report. It is a call to respond. Each of us can do more. Each of us needs to do more. Do what you can. Today and every day. Pray that you do not forget or ignore the poor and the hungry. We can't all be Jim Flickinger and go running off to the Amazon, but we need to help people like Jim and charitable organizations like Amazon Relief.